Hi, Misha here, and you might have noticed that I've been rather quiet this week. Specifically, not uploading videos. Well, there are two reasons for that. One good, that I'll discuss in a different video, and one that's really fucking annoying that's in this video. If this is uploaded, you will know that I finally succeeded. But here's the scoop. YouTube has been threatening to get rid of the classic Creator Studio for a couple of months, saying it would happen in April, then at the beginning of May. So seeing this coming, I did order a new computer with Windows 10. I have been extremely hesitant to get Windows 10 because I knew it would be a goddamn nightmare for me to navigate and learn to use. Here's how it goes. The YouTube Creator Studio that's out now, the modern one, or whatever they call it, is not compatible with Internet Explorer. Period. For a while you could kind of backdoor it, use the classic version, but on Monday they deleted this option. If you try to hit the skip to studio on the page, it gives you options, download Mozilla Firefox, download Google Chrome, download Oprah Winfrey, I don't know. If you hit the skip to YouTube Studio, basically Internet Explorer freezes. So normally, a person would just use Firefox or Chrome. To be honest, most of you use that already, I'm sure. The reason I used Internet Explorer, my speech program, they've always pretty much kept their stuff compatible with Microsoft. Well, Microsoft's new version, what's it called, Edge or something, isn't compatible with Windows 7. So, TLDR, my speech won't work with Chrome or Firefox. It's version 15 point whatever. When you try to open Firefox or Chrome, it can't read them because they're too graphical. And you can't install Edge on Windows 7 per Microsoft. So I was in an impasse. This forced me to not only buy a new speech program, which is several $100s, but also a new computer with Windows 10, which is $1,000. I would just like to add, the next time you kind of feel grumpy or whatever about all these unnecessary updates and them forcing you to get new versions, just think about that. Their choices cost me about $1,500. Even the money's not the bad part. The knowing, learning, trying to figure out how to use is what is so stressful. I am not young anymore. I do not like change. More importantly, I'm used to hotkeys where they're at. I have muscle memory. I know when my old speech program said or did something, what it meant. It's almost like if you had to try to learn to drive a car all over again. And all of this during COVID times. So, yeah, I published the U-boat, the British U-boat, the British submarine video Saturday night. And then I went to do another one Monday and realized there was literally no way I could. And with other stuff going on, I simply have not had time and really the knowledge. I mean, it's frankly a lot of trial and error. It is exceedingly frustrating. It is one of the most frustrating things in my life. And it seems like every time they go to new Windows, it gets exponentially worse. Going from DOS to Windows 3, yeah, it is fine. Going from DOS to Windows 95, was a bit of a learning curve, but the only really annoying part was the illegal operations error message. We used to make jokes about that. Going to 98 was actually pretty much an improvement. I thankfully skipped Windows Millennium, whatever, ME edition, and jumped straight to XP, which I almost instantly loved. And I always used XP Pro, and I always stripped it down during installation as much as humanly possible. Next, I skipped Vista because, of course I did. Why would I want Vista? And then finally, after years of agony, I switched over to XP pretty early, in late 2001, I believe. Maybe it was 2002. You can at me if I'm wrong, but it was early on. And I kept it until 2010, when I finally had to go to Windows 7. And figuring out how to work Windows 7, the new hotkeys, the new shortcuts, figuring out where stuff was, did have me wanting to pull my hair out. But I did have more free time then. These days I don't. And so having to try to figure out how to use Windows 10, especially when it is a very touchscreen, a very visually oriented OS, on top of figuring out how to use Firefox or Chrome, on top of trying to figure out how to use a new version of my speech all at once. I've never had this before. At least in the past, I was either using the same speech, and of course, for 20 years, I've used Internet Explorer. I mean, different versions, of course, but Internet Explorer. I may lose my mind over this. There's a very distinct possibility. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sitting outside at probably 4 a.m. in the backyard, having just figured out some extremely basic stuff. Still going, this can't be how it is. I don't know. My God, whatever happened to keep it simple, stupid? I really miss just simple text type computer stuff. All this options and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. When you go to a website and it gives you all these options and menus and stuff, you can just skip over them, not look at them. I pretty much have to read through them all every time. So the more there are, the slower it is for me to get where the hell I need to go and do what I need to do. Pretty much the very definition of frustration. So that's how my week has been. How has yours? I will post another video, which is going to be more of the good reason I've been a little remote the last week, on top of everything else, and why I haven't had much free time. So that'll be coming next, assuming I'm able to upload these at all. We will find out. So hopefully I'll be back to my regularly scheduled videos as soon as possible. I don't know. The dog is still barking at me. He is neighbor dog, not my dog. We have cats. They're smaller and they do not bark. So with that, I will let you go. This is Misha, and I'll catch you very soon next time.